Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on my arrangement of the Fallout 4 theme tune. Beautiful little song. I've done a full playthrough, a full cover version of it, so go and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description and a card above. I'm going to teach you how to play the whole song, but just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier. Give me a like on the video, press the notifications, all the usual stuff. Leave me some comments to help with the algorithms. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Okay, the first line goes like this. That's the first 4 bars anyway, or first 5 bars I should say. Okay, so it starts off all the way up on E20 and G17. Just going to play them at the same time. Into bar 2, we've got, which is a C triad, so first finger flat across E8 and B8, second finger on G9, third finger D10, and you play them all at the same time. And then a B8 on its own, into bar 3, and we've got, so the first chord, I'm barring my first finger flat across the bottom 3 strings on fret number 3, little finger on E6, and third finger on D5. You play that, lasts for 2 beats, then you play the open D, then D2. So into bar 4, and we've got this D minor 7 chord, which is your first finger barred on the 5th fret from the A string, second finger on B6, third finger on the D7, and I'm just playing the middle 4 strings all at the same time, and then a B6, and then into bar 5, and we've got what is a C sus 4 chord. My first finger is barred at the 3rd fret from the A string downwards, little finger on B6, second finger on the G5, and then it will resolve to the 3rd finger on the B5. So you play the A3, the G5, the B6 and the E3 at the same time, and then you resolve it to play B5. You could choose to get rid of the the E string if you wanted and just go, might be easier than barring. Okay, so the first 5 bars go 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2. And then from bar 6, we get this, rest. So starts with a rest in bar 6 and then play A3 and then A3 and D1 at the same time. Into bar 7 play A3 and D2. That holds into bar 8. We then play another A3, A3 and D1, and then A3 with D2 and G2. So bars 6 to the end of the line goes rest. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4. On to the next line, and that's still held on for 3 beats, and then we get so you're playing the A3 at the end of bar 10, and then we play E4 and A6 at the same time, and then a D5 with the second finger, then play E3 with A1 and D string, another A3, and then E6 and A5 at the same time. If you use your second and third fingers, then you can use your first finger then to play the B4 after that, then little finger to play B6. So the whole of that line, starting on beat 4 of bar 10 goes. On to the next line, and we've got this. Okay, so bar 14, I'm barring my first finger on the 4th fret, second finger on G5, little finger on D6. We play the E4, the D6, the G5 and the B4 at the same time. And then a B4 on its own. We then get a B flat chord, which is first finger A1, third finger flat across the D, G and the B strings at the 3rd fret. And then a G3 on the end of that. So the bar 14 goes. And then bar 15, you've got this. So for that, I'm barring my first finger on the 1st fret, and I'm playing the A3, the D1, and the B1 all at the same time. And then play B1, B3, B4, E1, A1 and B3, and then B4. So I'm moving my little finger about on that. And then bar 16, I'm playing. So I'm playing E4 with A6, D6 and G5 at the same time. And I'm barring my first finger, because then I can play a B4. And then first finger barred on the 1st fret, I'm playing A1, third finger on D3, little finger on the B3, and playing the E1. Then G3 on its own, and then A3 with D1 and B1 at the same time. Then open B, B1, and then A1 and B3 at the same time. So bars 16 and 17 go. Okay, on to the next line, and it's similar-ish to the previous line. So we've got this. So we've got that same chord that we had before. First finger flat on the 4th fret, second finger G5, little finger D6, and play the E4 as well. And then B4, B flat triad, which is A1 with D3, G3 and B3. Then G3, and then bar your first finger and play A3 with D1 and B1. Then E3, B1, and then G3. I just moved my little finger, so into the next bar, and we've got this same chord E4 with A6, D6 and G5, then B4, and then we go down to this B flat triad where the first finger's barred on the 1st fret from the A string. We've got G3 and B3 as well, 3rd and 4th fingers, then G3, and then the last bar we play A3 with B1 and D1, and then B1 and G. So the whole of that line goes. On to the next line. This is where it gets a bit darker and goes. That's the first 4 bars. I'm playing fret 8 on the E string and A10 at the same time, and then I'm going to play a D10. So you got, Then this is a bit awkward. I'm playing little finger on E11, second finger on the 9th fret of the A string, and first finger flat across D8 and G8. I play them all at the same time. Then I move my finger up to play a G9. So bar 22 goes. We then go down to this A flat chord we played loads of times, E4 with D6, G5 and B4. Then play a G5 on its own. We're then going to play this chord, which is A5 with G7 and B7. Okay, so the first 2 bars of that line go. Into bar 24, it's the same as bar 22. Bar 25 starts the same as 23. But then it goes up to this F chord, which is first finger barred at the 8th fret, third finger G10, little finger on B10. So the first 4 bars of that line go. Then there's a rest in bar 26, and we've got so, like I say, bar 26 starts with a rest. Then there's a G5, I'm using my second finger, and then A6 with the third finger, G5, and B4 with the first finger, all at the same time. And then into bar 27, I put my third finger on A7 and first finger flat across the D string going downwards, and I'm playing the D5 and the B5. So A7, D5, B5 at the same time. I then play a G5. Then we move down a fret and play A6 with G4 and B4. Back up to A7 with D6 and B5. Then A8 with D6 and B6. Then play B8 and B9. So from bar 26 goes rest. On to the next line, the penultimate line, and we've got this. So that's the first 2 bars. I'm playing A7, then B9, B11, E7, then A9 and E9 nearest to the floor, then E9, E11. That's the first 2 bars. And then from bar 32, we've got this. Okay, so from that we're playing E12, G9 and the A string open at the same time. I then go to A2 with G4 and B4, play a G4, and then into the next bar I play A4 with D6 and G6. I bar my first finger and play the E4 nearest to the floor, then A4, then A2. So bar 33 goes. Bar 34, I've got the A string and D2. Then B5. I bar my first finger from the A string and play A2 with third finger on G4, little finger on B4, and play E2 at the same time. Then G4. And then this next bit goes. So for that, the only way to do it really is to play first finger on B2, third finger all the way up on the D4, and second finger above it on the A4. And you play the A4, the D4, and the B2 at the same time. Then use your little finger to play the G5, then take the finger off and play the B2 again. So it goes. And then there's an F chord at the end of that line, which is D4 with the first finger, second finger on G6, third finger E6, little finger on B7. So if we play from bar 32, you get this. And the last line, well done if you've got this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all the usual stuff. Okay, 37, we've just got a A4, lasts for 4 beats. Then there's a rest, and then we play an A4, and then A4 and D2, then A4 and D3. Into bar 40, there's a rest, does the same thing. A4, A4 and D2, and then does A4 and D4. Then we're going to play a B7, and then just finish with this chord, A4, flat finger, third finger flat across the D6, G6, and B6. Okay, let's just try that last line. It goes 2, 3, 4, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. And that's the whole song. Well done if you've made it through the whole video. That's quite a lot to get through. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video though and found it useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it really does help me out. My name's Andy Hillier. Give me a like on the video, press the notifications, all the usual stuff. I do read every comment, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're from. I'm just making these videos here in England and people are watching them all around the world. So let me know where you've come from. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs, I'll put them on my Patreon page. A link to that's in the description. One last thing, I've got a new Instagram account. So if you've got Instagram, come give me a follow on there. It's Andy Hillier Guitar. Well, thanks for watching this. I do really appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.